sure feels good coming through the window here. Got the heat on a little bit, hitting my feet. Sunshine. Sure can brighten up your day after seeing so much gray. It just adds to the misery of things. Some things. My tooth even feels better today out in the sun. It's all psychological, I think. Lakeside Missionary Baptist Church. I know some people that go there. Good friends of my wife, her family. Pretty good sized church up ahead. Name of this little river here, Swan Creek. That's where I'm going, actually. Unless it's closed. I've had that happen before. Nope, it's open. Pretty good sized church. They have festivals there every year. We used to go to those back in the days when everything was so different than it is now. But this is where I was gonna go to show you something here. Just a story. This is it right here. I'll shut this off and I'll get out and tell you about it. Well, anyway, this is Swan Creek. In this boat launch area, the dock is pulled out of the water right now because normally this is under ice and snow. Apparently, oh, it's bouncing all over the place. Let me get off of there before I fall off of there. I've fallen off a few of those before. But you can see how steep this is right here. Maybe you can tell. And this Swan Creek goes out to Lake Erie, right up next to the Fermi 2 power plant. I think you can still go out there this way. I'm not sure. I haven't done it. Ever since I had that episode here, I was afraid to come back here. But I'm trying to tell you, is our first boat. I bought it off her uncle. And I brought it here. I said, well, it's close by, you know, I'll bring it here. And never had a boat, you know, not like that one. It was a 16-foot fiberglass boat, 45 horsepower Mercruiser or Mercury, I forget, motor on it. And I brought it here the first time to launch it. Well, there was a few things I didn't know about a boat. I've had aluminum boats before, but small ones, you know. And my dad always had a boat, but I never had my own. So this was our first boat, the Cindy Lou 1, if you would. Of course, I hadn't named it that yet, but anyway, right here, down this ramp, I backed the trailer in, and before I did that, I unhooked everything, and Cindy was standing on the dock here, and she had the rope in her hands. I'm trying not to laugh or cry, both, I think. But she had the rope in her hands, and I said, here, honey, hold it. All right. 1, 2, 3. Here, honey, hold this rope while I back in there, and so it don't drift out, okay, honey? She said, okay. Bless her heart. I'm trying. Anyway, the boat was on rollers, okay? If you have a boat and you know what rollers are, you know what I'm talking about. Let me turn this way for a minute. The sun's in my eyes. Well, I wasn't thinking about the rollers, okay? I just knew that I wanted to back in here and let the boat go, you know, and load it in there, you know. Well, I unhooked everything. She was holding it, so what could go wrong? Well, as you can see how steep this is, and it's on rollers. Are you getting a mental picture of that? And here's my wife holding a skinny rope in bare hands. Well, we got about halfway down the ramp, and that boat decided it was going to go on its own. And it did. And my poor wife's going, honey, honey, honey. She didn't know what to do because the rope's sliding through her hands, burning her hands while she's trying to hold it. Anyway, that boat went off the trailer and stood straight up just like that and stopped. I jumped out of the truck. I didn't know what to do. I'm standing there scratching my head. And my wife's, she's going, my hands are hurting. Well, anyway, I didn't know that there was two guys standing over here watching this whole thing. And they came over to assist us, right? So they come over and said, boy, you need some help there? And my wife pipes up and goes, yeah, I think we do. This is our first boat, and my husband doesn't know what he's doing yet. Oh, geez. Thank you, honey. I can never forget that. She was innocently saying that, you know, she didn't try to, you know, make me look bad or anything. And that's the funny part about it. And here she's got blisters on her hands. She's still holding the rope. I said, honey, let go of the rope. Well, to make a long story short, you know, those guys helped us get it back. We rightened it back up, pulled it back on the trailer some, and I did launch it. We did take it out. And my poor wife, her hands were blistered up from the rope. I felt so bad for her. She didn't want to let go, you know. But I just thought I'd share this story with you because it's one of those things that you never forget. And I had forgotten about it until, just a few weeks ago maybe. I was writing things down and I remembered this. You know, it was our first boat, and it was probably 25, 30 years ago, you know, but I do remember it. And thank God for those memories. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to shut this off for a minute, okay? All right. I had to shut that off. Whoop, my hand's in the way again. Thinking of those things really, you know, can make your emotions go up and down real quick. But I thank God I have those memories. I really do. What would we do without them? And I had to leave that area there, and it's hard to tell those stories sometimes. I mean, you're laughing, but yet you're almost wanting to cry too, you know? It's kind of a weird feeling. But I'm moving forward, and this is the way I do it. And sharing it with you really helps, as I've said many, many times to those of you that have been watching this for a while. Over there is the Fermi 2 pump. It says so right there. This road here will take us right to 75 north and south. And that's right. I'm going to let it shine in my eyes. It really helps sometimes. And you can see how bright it is. sunshine. But the reason I do a lot of these things is it gives people an opportunity to voice their feelings to one another. And I feel really good about that. I really do. I really feel good about that you can talk back and forth to each other and find a friend, you know, to help you through this. You know, I've never been on anything other than this. I don't know what Facebook is like or any of that, Instagram, any of that stuff. I don't know anything about that. A lot of you may, and you may have people on there too that you can talk to about these kind of things, grief of whatever type. And that's a good thing. Talking about it is one thing that you need to do. I'm truly convinced of that. Up ahead, Sterling State Park. Take our boat here a lot. A lot of times we see deer all through the year in different areas right here. They come right up to the road. They're sort of trapped back here, but they have a lot of room to roam, and they call them, I guess, now and then if they get to be too many, just like they do everywhere around here where there's no escape route for them. The smoke on the left is the Monroe coal burning power plant. Talking about shutting it down here before another decade goes by. Our boat, the Sidney Lou 2, has been through these gates many times. You have to stop and there's nobody there. It is amazing to me to come over here right now, this time of year, halfway through February, and not see any ice or snow. Well, I guess there is a thin layer of ice on some of this, but on the right, it's all open water there. They're swimming in that. We used to love to come here and walk. We'd walk along the beach. They have trails all through here. You can walk way around, and you can go for quite a ways here. I guess I'll go this way. There's Lake Erie. And I'm not seeing too much ice. I'll take a walk over there though. This might be a little hard for me to do, so bear with me, okay? This is one of the last places we visited. We walked the beach. I took a lot of pictures. Well, this is, do you see that stump right there? It's lying on the beach. That, I took some photos of her there. Just sitting there or standing there. And she took some of me, and then we walked up and down the beach. We walked that way. And that way. And she picked up a whole bunch of shells, little tiny shells. It is really hard to, oh my gosh, it's hard to be here. I can still hear her voice. Yes, she stood right here. I've got some pictures of her. Maybe I'll show them to you. She had on her scarf over her head because her head was bald. She was never self-conscious about that. She never was. Well, let me show you the water. It's just crystal clear right here. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just beautiful, crystal clear. You can go out there quite a ways and just see the bottom. Now at times it'll cloud up from algae and that kind of thing, but this time of year it's just crystal clear, beautiful. I don't know if you can see it or hear it, but there's a huge V formation of trumpeter swans flying over real high. Gosh, I've never seen so many in one group like this. I don't even know if you can see them really. Maybe you can hear them. They're just below that jet flying over. It's so peaceful here right now. The sun's going down and I'm alone here. Off in the distance is the power plant in Ohio. I forget the name of it right off the bat. Where's he going? God only knows. There's another huge flock of trumpeter swans coming over. This area here where they fly over all the time is one of the most popular areas for watching these flights of hawks and these migratory waterfowl. coming from way up in Canada somewhere, perhaps. I'm at another area here where the boat launch is, and what you're looking at here is lotus beds, and there's no water in here. Very little. I've never seen it this low in all the years I've been coming here. This is incredible. Can't believe how low this water is. It's usually up to the bottom of this ledge here. It's down at least 2 feet, maybe 3. This is the first time I've ever read this, all the years I've been here. Well, I took a little drive and a little walk. I shared a little bit of our life with you, and hope you enjoyed it a little bit. Showing how I continue to move through this grief. It is still not easy. Yeah, it is still not easy is what I was trying to say. But it's doable. God's help. And He is helping. I'm just trying to get warm here. Why don't I turn the heat on? Turn it on low. But I had to get out of the house. You know, I look at my struggles through this grief of losing my wife, and I look through all the things that I've been through lately, the things I've done, the things that have helped, the things that have not helped. And so far, the things that have helped most are my faith, without a doubt. Without that, I wouldn't be here right now. I'm pretty darn sure about that. Checking the other phone. Also, the fact that I've reached out to you that are out there and to others through grief groups, in the church a little bit, but they just don't seem to have a program there for people like us in our position, you know. If you would have saw me, if I would have released those videos, it'd be the first couple months. Well, I erased them. I just couldn't do it. I was in a bad position, a bad place. I was crying a lot. I couldn't get my words out. I really wasn't doing it in a video to put it on a YouTube. I hadn't even thought of YouTube at that point. I was just making a record in case I wasn't here no more, if you follow me. And to let others know what I felt, because no one seemed to get it and understand, and I just wanted them to know this is what I was going through. Why doesn't anybody see that? Is it so hard? Well, truthfully it is. If you don't go through it, if you haven't gone through it, you don't know. And they don't know. And for that I'm glad. But my story will be their story one day as time marches on. Whatever's left. And there may be a lot, I don't know. For most. Came out here today just to get out of the house. I love being there. I love being in with our cats, kitty cat, and the things around there. It's all familiar and everything, but the places I go are familiar too. And I want my heart to never forget that woman for what she's done for me, the joy she gave me, and others. She's just remarkable, a remarkable woman. I can understand if God needed her for a reason, for a purpose. I could almost understand what it would be. If indeed he did need someone like that. Probably not making any sense here. This video is over a half hour long already. I'm going to have to really edit it. But I've got a lot of I guess really what I'm trying to say is, at this point, I can't believe I still have these hard days and nights. I still can't believe that. I wish it wasn't that way, but I can't let her go. People say you have to move on or move forward and let it go. Let her go. And just hope and pray that you'll see her again, that kind of thing. Not everybody says that, okay? I can't let her go. I'm not making any sense here, so I'm going to stop this video here before I start crying again. I've cried a few times already. I didn't show that part. I'm just having a hard day today. And I know some of you are too, and you're still having your hard times, even months and months and months later. Just when you think it was getting better, it gets worse. It seems like it. I've talked about all this before, and here I am talking about it again like it was new again. That's the part I don't get. I'm okay. I'm going to get through this. It's just that you have these times that you go through. And the only difference between me and you is I'm sharing mine with you. And you don't get to share yours with too many people like I do. And the reason I'm sharing it is to help someone. If they're going through similar circumstances, to show them what it's like for me, and maybe what it's like for them or you, and to bring a little comfort that you're not alone, that if you're still having these issues and these problems with your grief, if it's still ongoing and still hurts and still real bad at times, it's okay. It's okay. It's going to happen. It happens to me. It's happened to me. It's happened to me several times lately. I don't have an answer for it, but I know God does. And I keep trusting Him. And one day we'll figure this out. But I'm going to let this go for now because I really don't know what else to say. I really hadn't intended on making a video today. And usually that's what happens. And the reason I end up doing it is because I feel I need to show somebody what I'm going through. so it can help them. Well, let me show you the sunset before it goes down. And then I'll let this go. I'm doing okay. I'll be all right. You will too. Well, the sun is going down over there. Pretty. Well, I'm going to head home. I have I almost said binkies. That's what my wife called our cats. Binkies. Binkies. B-I-N-K-Y-S. Binkies. That was just her name, that's all. I found myself doing that a lot too. I still do. Going home to see the Binks. The Binkies. Binkies. Yes. She's going down. That sun is going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How you doing? You can almost get out and pet them. Hey. Now they're safe in here. It's another flock of trumpeter swans. Bump. Another bump. Bump. That was a good one. Well, I made it back home. It's a good thing because I'm wore out and I'm hungry. I ate an apple today and an orange, that's it. So I'm going to eat something and drink some water. I know I should be doing that. But thanks for watching this today. Just trying to show you what it's like. That's all. I've been reading a lot of your text and comments and trying to comment back the best I can. And some of your comments are really just amazing in a good way. The things that you have to go through and how you feel, I feel so much the same way. And some of your thoughts have really inspired me to look a little further ahead, maybe, instead of continuing to look behind me and at my circumstances, knowing that they'll get better. There's a purpose and a reason for all this. But I want to thank you for those comments, and they really touch my heart. They really do. So I'm going to let this go. I'm really wore out. We'll talk to you another time, okay? That sky behind me is pretty, isn't it? Blue. Doesn't get any better than this here. Oh, maybe in Hawaii or something like that, but for around here, pretty good. Bye for now.